You know, we tend to think of our words as, well, temporary, right? Like they just disappear into thin air. But what if they actually carry real, tangible weight? What if every single sentence you speak has the power to either create or destroy value in someone's life? It's a pretty big idea, and it's at the heart of a really powerful principle we're going to dig into today.
So I want you to really let that question sink in for a second as we unpack all this. And I don't mean in some kind of metaphorical feel-good sense. I mean in a real practical way. Can the words you choose to use actually make a person more valuable?
All right, so to really get to the bottom of this, we're actually going to look at a pretty ancient piece of wisdom. And what's amazing is how it gives us this surprisingly modern and really powerful guideline for how we should be communicating with each other. Okay, here it is. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Now, just take a second and let that sink in. This is so much more than just a simple rule like don't be mean. It's actually a really precise two-part instruction. First, it puts a hard stop on harmful talk. And second, it gives us a direct command to use speech that actually helps people. And that last part, that's really the engine of this whole idea. See, the instruction isn't passive at all. It's not just about what you don't do. It's not just avoiding harm. It's a call to action. It's saying our words need to have a purpose. They need to be a tool that we use to intentionally build other people up. So when you really boil it all down, what you're left with is this really clear, universal, ethical duty. It's this idea that we have a responsibility to use our communication not just for ourselves, but for the genuine benefit of our neighbor, of the person who's actually listening. Okay, so this brings us to a really powerful concept that takes this duty and makes it something we can actually do every day. It's called the principle of appreciation, and believe me, it is the absolute key to unlocking that value-creating power that's inside our words. And the definition here is so simple, it's kind of beautiful. But we have to be clear. We're not just talking about appreciation, as in, saying thank you. We're using the other definition of the word, the one they use in finance or real estate. We're talking about actively increasing something's value. Think about it like this. We all get the idea of depreciation, right? You buy a brand new car, and the moment you drive it off the lot, its value plummets. It has depreciated. Well, it turns out that unwholesome, critical, or just plain careless words can do the exact same thing to a person's confidence, to their sense of self. But appreciation? That's the opposite. It's the powerful, intentional act of using our words, encouragement, specific praise, to literally raise the value of the people around us. And this applies everywhere. I mean, think about it. When you intentionally appreciate your spouse or your kids, you're raising their value in their own eyes. You're making your home stronger. At work, when you appreciate your coworkers or your boss, you're literally increasing their value to the team, building their confidence. This principle is at play in every single conversation you have. So, okay, this all sounds great, but how does an ancient principle like this actually hold up in the real world? Let's put it to the test with the super common modern dilemma. Let's talk about the digital workplace. All right, picture this. Your colleague just finished a big presentation. You can tell they put a ton of effort into it, but you also spot some pretty big flaws. The team chat is buzzing, and everyone's waiting for feedback. The spotlight's on you. What do you do? Well, you've really got two paths here, and they line up perfectly with what we've been talking about. Path one is depreciation. This is the unwholesome talk. You jump into the public chat and just start listing every mistake. Sure, it might feel direct, maybe even efficient, but what you're really doing is tearing down your colleague's value in front of the whole team. Then there's path two, appreciation. This is the building up. You start in the public chat by saying something that affirms their effort. Then, you take the constructive feedback, the stuff they need to hear, and you send it in a private message. See the difference? You still address the problems, but you do it in a way that protects and maybe even increases their value.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. This ancient idea presents us with a constant, modern choice. Every single conversation, every email you send, every chat message, it's a crossroad. It's a decision that you have to make again and again and again every single day. So this is the final question I'm going to leave you with. In your very next conversation, the one you're going to have right after this, will your words be an investment in someone, or will they be a withdrawal? It's a choice between appreciation and depreciation. And that choice, as always, is entirely up to you.